Now for activation and safety. When you arrive at your destination, you'll want to turn on the Saily line. And then I recommend turning off your primary line completely, so there's no chance you get roaming charges from your normal carrier. After that, go back into the Saily eSIM settings and enable data roaming if your destination or plan requires it. And for Android users, it's the same idea. When you arrive at your destination, go back into your SIM manager, turn the Saily eSIM on, and if you don't need your primary SIM at all, turn that line off as a safety to avoid roaming charges. And you can also enable data roaming for your Saily eSIM if you need to. And then once you got everything turned on, the easiest way to double check that you're good to go is to hop back into the Saily app. Just go to your home screen and open Saily, and it's going to automatically check your eSIM status and confirm everything is installed properly. You'll also be able to see your activation date and track your data usage. And if anything needs to be enabled, like data roaming, it'll be right there. After that, tap OK, and you're ready to start using your eSIM. If it doesn't connect right away, don't panic. This is usually a quick fix. First, toggle airplane mode on and back off and give that a few seconds. If that doesn't do it, do a quick restart on your phone. After that, go back into your cellular or SIM settings and double check that Saily is selected for mobile data, because that's the most common thing that gets missed. And if you're still stuck after all that, open the Saily app and use their support options. They'll usually point you to the exact setting that's holding it up. And then once your trip is over, just go back into your cellular or SIM settings, find the Saily eSIM you installed, and remove or delete it if you're done with it. That way it's not sitting on your phone later, and you're not second guessing which line is which the next time you travel.